You must be over the moon today. Drop points at Old Trafford, and then you produced the goods against West Brom. Wolves. Excuse me. Sorry, Wolves.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be a real tough one today, to be honest with you. You know, you can play the clubs at the bottom of the league, but they're fighting for survival. And, you know, our lads came out and did it. First half, I thought we looked really good and sharp, and I thought Aguero should have probably had 3 in the first half. Second half, I thought we were a poor, to be honest with you. We seemed to have took our foot right off the gas, and I thought, hey, I hope they might just come back into this. But once the second goal went in, you knew it was all over then.
I think there's a bit of credit there with Wolves, to be fair. They're fighting for their lives, obviously relegated now. And I think they made a bit of a game of it, and I felt the same second half. City needed that second goal just to relax a little bit. But where
yeah, definitely. I mean, the Wolves fans were fantastic today. I mean, they were still singing and laughing, and they know their fate. They know they've gone down now. You know, so all credit to them as well. Great supporters.
Steve, how much of an influence has the return of Carlos Tevez had in the Manchester City team since he's come back?
Well, despite what all my Manchester United friends say to me, it's a massive, massive return. I look at the games when he wasn't there, and I look at the games while he was missing and Yaya Toure. And I think, would we now be in this position? And I think not. We probably would have had the Premiership sealed. Having said all that, we don't know. But I do think he's a massive return. As a footballer, I'll never condemn the guy. I thought he was fantastic at United. In fact, he was my favourite player at United. When he came to us, he was fantastic. He was 100%, always has been. What he did off the pitch and what he did with Mancini, I suppose that most fans, it's a bitter pill to swallow. But we had to give him his place back because that shirt was his name on it, and we were missing that player. And for him to come back and play and do what he's done is brilliant. In fact, I think Balotelli should take a leaf out of his book and just look at what he's done in the 2 games he did play.
So where do you see, obviously, the next massive game, which has been built up throughout the season? How do you see it going? Is it a typical derby? Is it? Me personally, I see City winning it, but they have to get at them. They've got to go on and if you let them play, Man United can beat anybody. I just think if Man City go at them, I think they'll be surprised what they'll get out of it.
Yeah, I actually think that City will finish the season undefeated at Etihad. I think they will pull that off. I think the toughest game we've got is going to the rejuvenated Newcastle.
I totally agree.
Because they are looking absolutely fantastic. They're looking the best team going at the moment.
I totally agree. I feel exactly the same. It's a hostile place. The crowd get behind them there, and I just think it's going to be. There's a lot of football to be played, but the main thing is the next one, innit? That's the one. The old ticket, whatever I wanted.
No, I think we will turn the United over. I think it'll be a great game. I don't think it'll be a chess game. I think it'll be an all-out steam train going from one end to the other. You know, and Fergie's going to go for it. He knows he cannot sit back on that one and rely on the next 2 games. He knows he's going to have to go for it. So that's when City play better. When a team comes at them, we definitely seem to turn up the steam. Even though we sometimes are a bit slow off the mark, we do play a better game when the team that we are playing comes at us. And it opens up our game as well because we're good on the break, we're fast, we've got very fast players. Yaya Toure with his passing ability is amazing in the middle of the park. I should think that most clubs would love to have a Yaya Toure.
But without a doubt. Did you obviously the first goal today? What people seem to be forgetting, the ball by Clichy was fantastic, wasn't it? And what he did, I think he nutmegged the player, and what a pass it was that.
Yeah, he's nailed that position for City. I think he's been outstanding. A lot of City fans sort of were a bit dubious about him when he first came, but not now. He's outstanding in that on that left-hand side there, and his contribution to each game now is probably one of the most significant positions on the pitch at the moment for City.
Steve, can we get a quick prediction for you for next week's derby?
I'll give you a good prediction. We did 6-1 at Old Trafford, and they did go down to 10 men. So, but United, you know, with these penalties they keep getting, these dubious penalties. I think we'll do about 4-1 next week.
4-1.
4-1 next week, yeah.
Well, you've beaten 6-1, so.
Well, there you go. 4 will do, won't it?
4 will do.
You know, we don't want to go too.
Yeah, nice.
But it's wide open anyway, Steve, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. It'll be a great game. One thing's certain, the Premiership's got Manchester written all over it one way or another.
Yeah, it's what everyone asked for. It's been talking about it throughout the season. Well, we've got it now, haven't we? So Manchester derby, and how exciting. It's perfect.
It is, really. I mean, I've got to give it Mancini as well, you know. Despite some of these stupid suggestions, he'll be gone at the end of the season if we don't win. The guy's done more in 2 seasons than most managers have done for City in nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
The guy is outstanding. He's made his mistakes in a couple of his purchases, but I'm sure he knows that. And I'm sure he'll rectify that. But no, he's given us a new lease of life. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is getting brighter. I think that most other clubs know that this club is going to be a serious club in the future. It's going to be up there with the best, I think.
Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.